All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Everywhere you look these days, people are tossing around acronyms like ML, DL, and GenAI, right? It's like we're all just supposed to instinctively know what they mean. But what are the actual differences between them? Well, today, we're going to clear up all that confusion. We're breaking down the core foundations of artificial intelligence so you can confidently classify the tech you interact with every single day.
So here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the dog analogy, then move into machine learning, deep learning, and generative AI before wrapping things up with a quick classification challenge.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the dog analogy.
Think about it. Teaching a child to recognize a dog doesn't work by reciting rules, does it? You don't sit them down and say, a dog is a mammal with 4 legs and a specific snout-to-head ratio. No way. That would be ridiculous. You show them hundreds of dogs until they just know. You show them a golden retriever in the park, a chihuahua on the street, until it clicks. And you know what? That is exactly how our first AI tier works.
Which brings us to Section 2, machine learning.
So what is it? Basically, machine learning is learning patterns from examples, not handwritten rules. It's AI's ability to identify trends by analyzing thousands, maybe even millions of examples. Instead of a human programmer writing strict step-by-step code telling it exactly what to do, the system figures it out from the data itself. It's just like that child figuring out the visual pattern of a dog.
And honestly, you're interacting with this all the time. Think about your personalized Netflix recommendations or your Spotify playlists. The AI is looking at your past behavior, what you clicked on, what you skipped, and predicting what you'll want next. It's also the silent guardian behind your bank account, spotting subtle anomalies to detect fraud instantly. Pretty cool, right?
Moving right along to Section 3, deep learning.
Now, what happens when we stack all that learning into a much more complex system? Deep learning is essentially multiple layers of pattern recognition on complex data. Think of it like an assembly line of understanding. If we go back to our dog analogy, deep learning breaks a complex image down into tiny pieces. The first layer recognizes edges, the next layer sees basic shapes, and the next layer combines those into an ear or a snout, adding understanding at each station until it proudly says, "Yep, this is a dog."
Because it's so layered, deep learning powers the really intricate everyday tech we rely on. We're talking about the face unlock feature on your smartphone, which has to map the incredibly complex geometry of your face instantly. It's also what allows voice assistants to process your spoken words, cutting through accents and background noise to actually grasp what you mean.
Next up, Section 4, generative AI. This is where things get wild. Generative AI goes a massive step further than just recognizing things. It's all about producing brand new content from learned patterns. After reading or processing a truly staggering amount of data, it doesn't just recognize a picture of a dog anymore. It can actually write a totally new, highly detailed fictional story about a dog that never even existed. Just look at this number, 175 billion. That's how many weights or mathematical connections the original ChatGPT learned during its training. Nobody programmed those specific connections. The AI learned them all by itself, crunching through billions of words to emulate exactly how we humans communicate. That scale is just mind-blowing.
And that massive scale is exactly what lets generative AI tools do things that literally felt like sci-fi a few years ago. We've got ChatGPT and Claude writing full essays, AI drafting your professional emails in seconds, and tools like Midjourney and DALL-E creating ultra-realistic images from just a simple text prompt. It's creating completely new stuff from scratch.
So this really highlights the fundamental boundary between the tiers we've talked about today. Machine learning and deep learning, they identify patterns, they recognize and predict. But generative AI, it builds entirely new outputs. It is the monumental leap from mere analysis straight into creation.
All right, that brings us to Section 5, the classification challenge.
It is time to put these mental models to the test. Because, let's face it, learning isn't a spectator sport. I want you to pair up for this next part. Take a look at the upcoming list of real-world products and vigorously debate which of our 3 categories they fall into. The goal here is for you to confidently identify which AI it is and exactly why.
Okay, here's your classification sheet. You've got 5 items to classify: a spam filter, photo auto-tagging, AI email drafting, fraud detection, and AI image generation. Are they ML, DL, or GenAI? And here is the catch. You have to justify each classification with a single, clear sentence.
Ask yourselves, is the tool identifying a simple trend? Is it stacking complex recognition layers? Or is it generating something completely new? Go ahead and work through those together.
As you wrap up those justifications, I want to leave you with one final thought. We are entering a world where technology is rapidly mastering both pattern recognition and content generation. So if AI can now create just as well as it recognizes, what uniquely human skills will you need to thrive? Think about it. What uniquely human capabilities will define your future? Take that question with you today. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, and I'll see you next time.